Closer. Okay, we're set for the start of the game. The 1993 Grand Final. The umpires for today's game are Noel Edgar and Wayne Ogg, the central umpires. Swan Valley are kicking with the breeze, although the breeze has shifted a little bit. It's more to the half forward flank, left half forward flank that Swan Valley's kicking to. I don't think it's going to play a big part in the game. Not at this point in time, unless of course the wind does change direction. Here we go for the start of the game. Umpire Wayne Ogg bounces the ball.
Straight into the middle.
Up they go. There's one down by Bear. There's a hand pass over to Sawyers Valley. Kicks it forward. Punts at the back by Swan Valley. Craig Andrew puts the ball onto his left boot. Shovels it out. Mick Jepp. Hand pass out to Sawyers. The ball pushed over towards the line and out of bounds. There's a throw in, quickly grabbed off the pack by Sawyers Valley. The ball's rushed forward down towards centre half back position for Swan Valley. Swan Valley pick it up and kick it to the centre of the ground where it's run out of bounds. Vince Polsonelli's going to throw the ball in on the wing, left half wing for Swan Valley. Again, Sawyers Valley win the tap. They push it forward. There's a push into the back. Goes unnoticed, and the umpire is going to throw the ball in again. This time Swan Valley win the tap out, and the ball is pushed over the boundary line. There's the throw in. There's no clear tap one. Very scrambly play in the centre of the ground. Eventually the ball's come out in the centre half back position for Sawyers Valley. There's a bloke gone into a tackle and he's caught around the neck.
Back you go, come on Aaron!
And he's going to take a free kick. Very average sort of kick, and he kicks it to a Sawyers Valley player who's caught holding the ball. Picked up immediately by Swan Valley. They push it forward. And there's a kicking in danger against Brad Griffiths.
Come on, man him up. Aaron, you've got to be somewhere.
Sawyers Valley immediately get the ball straight on. Down to the half-back flank, where Mark South pushes the ball over. Very scrambly sort of play. The Swan Valley footballer Johnny Carrots has taken around the neck, and he's going to receive a free kick on the centre wing for Swan Valley. He drives the ball forward. Neil Sumich is at the back of the pack. The ball's picked up by Buckle. He's a quick hand pass out to a Sawyers Valley player who proceeds to kick it on very quickly to another Sawyers player who's taken the mark at right half back flank. He kicks a nice kick up the centre half forward, and it's punched away by Alan Thomas at centre half back over the boundary. It's going to be another throw in. At this point in time there hasn't been a score on the board. It's rotated between the half back lines for both teams. Sawyers again push the ball forward. A good spoil by Joey Wright. And unfortunately it goes to the Sawyers player who kicks very accurately to the full forward, and he's taken the mark approximately 20 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Very good kick there. He's put it straight through the middle.
Sandy, Sandy.
There's the bounce in the centre of the ground with Sawyers Valley leading 1 goal to Swan Valley, yet to score. Steve Buckle gets the ball out of the centre, hand passes to himself, runs very wide and kicks the ball down, but Lloyd McKay, steady on the half-back flank, takes a good mark running back with the ball. He immediately plays on and kicks a good kick to centre of the ground. It's picked up by Swan Valley, who kicked the ball to the half-forward flank. The umpire runs in after the ball's congested and decides to throw it up. There's the throw up, tapped out by Swan Valley, who kick it to centre half forward. The Swan Valley player held there with no free kick. The ball again congested. Alan Hesketh on the bottom of the pack for the Sawyers Valley. The umpire bounces the ball. Swan Valley win the knockout. And there's a good mark by Michael Duffy at centre half back. He kicks the ball out. Damien Shaw grabs the ball, hand passes on. A very average kick by Steve Quick, who Aaron McKay grabs the ball, kicks it down to centre half forward, which wasn't a very good kick. Again, it's cleared by Sawyers Valley. Lloyd McKay playing resolute at centre half back. Serge Valenti hand passes out very quickly. And there's the ball held directly to him by Brad Griffiths. And Brian Ball gives him a bit of a clip behind the ear for no reason at all. And the ball's pushed over the boundary line after the umpire's bounced it. There's a throw in by the boundary umpire. The umpire calls for the ball as the player was held in possession. There's no leg, bounces the ball into the turf. Bear wins the knock again. Very scrambly play. It's picked up by Sawyers, who kick it forward. But there's Alan Thomas on the half-back flank, who's taken a very good mark, and he quickly onto the right boot, and Stewie Barrow takes a mark on the half-back flank. Not a lot of leads up forward. There's a nice kick. Punch forward.
Well done.
It's picked up by Darryl Crotty, who kicks very accurately to Greg Brooker. He grabs the ball, kicks forward. Lloyd McKay's in there. Grabs the ball. Terry McAuliffe. Hand pass out, he's fallen over to Joey Wright. He's been knocked down, he's still on the ground. It's picked up by Glenn Crotty, and he's had a shot at goal, but it's gone out of bounds. Unfortunately, he slipped over there, Joey Wright. Doesn't look too well at this point in time. I think it's a show of strength at this point in time between the two teams. There's a kick that's a very average kick in. It's picked again by Sawyers Valley. Pushed the ball forward. There's not a lot of players there at the base of the pack for Swan Valley. It's picked up by Buckle. Buckle's onto the right boot, kicks around his body and through for a point. Joe Wright's had to come off the ground. Doesn't look too well. His brother Sylvie Wright's about to go on the ground. There's a good kick in. But a terrific mark by Sawyers Valley. Fortunately, can't pick up who it is. Looks like Steve Buckle again, who's playing a very good game in the centre of the ground. He kicks forward. A number of players go up for the mark. There's Lloyd McKay again. He knocks the ball back into play, but it's picked up by Sawyers Valley, who kicks, but I think it's offline and 1 point. Sawyers Valley doing all the attacking at this point in time. Although Swan Valley's been down there once, but that's all. There's a kicking by Ian Williams down to the centre, basically to the centre of the ground. And the ball's gone out of bounds, but a very nice kicking just the same.
No, Sylvie, you got one of them!
There's a throw in taken by Sawyers Valley. Looks like Booker's picked the ball up, but Sylvie Wright overruns it. This lets Sawyers Valley in, who kicks out wide. There's a number of players out there. Damien Shaw, who hand passes over to Greg Booker, who kicks forward, and there's a bloke on his own, and only about 25 metres out. It's Alan Hesketh. He's taken the mark, approximately 20 metres out, directly in front of goal. He kicks, and I think he's kicked accurately. It's through the middle, and that's the second goal for Sawyers Valley. They've scored 2 goals, 3. And at this point in time, Swan Valley is yet to get on the board. There's a bounce down in the centre of the ground to restart the game. Again, it's won by Swan Valley. They're winning the tap out of the centre of the ground, but not being able to get any value for it. It's tapped on a couple of times by Swan Valley. It's picked up by Serge Valenti. He's gone in. Picked up by Sawyers, who kicked the ball forward, but there's Ian Williams, who's grabbed the ball, and on the left boot delivers a beautiful pass to Russell Ellis, who's taken the ball approximately 45 metres out, directly in front of goal. Here's a kick by Ellis. That's a very nice kick off the boot. In fact, it's brought up the major score. That's the first goal to Swan Valley. Now, Sawyers Valley lead 2 goals, 3 to Swan Valley, 1 goal. Beautiful delivery of the ball by Ian Williams over Russell Ellis, who's brought up the major points for Swan Valley. I think they needed this. They look to be lacking a little bit of run. Nevertheless, it's a solid major at this point in the game. There's the bounce down. It's a free kick to Sawyers Valley. He kicked the ball forward, grabbed the ball immediately, kick it forward. And Mick Jeps has taken the mark, approximately 40 metres out, on around about a 45-degree angle. He comes in deliberately for a shot at goal. That's a very nice kick. And he's put it through. It's the 3rd goal on the board to Sawyers Valley. They lead 3 goals, 3 to Swan Valley, 1 goal. There's a bounce in the centre again to commence play. Won again by Sawyers, picked up by Buckle. He kicks quickly. It's picked up by Terry McAuliffe. And it's socked quickly forward by Swan Valley. Again socked by Sawyers Valley. We're in the best position again. Picked up by Crotty, who kicks forward. Punch clear by Lloyd McKay. Kicked around his body by Jeps, who's kicked a major.
Yeah, no, don't.
Here's the bounce down the centre of the ground. It's tapped on by
Get in front, Summer!
now it's kicked out of the pack by Swan Valley. John Carrots attacks the ball, but it's missed. It's picked up by Mason. Mason has a shot at goal and splits the middle, and that's the 5th goal to Sawyers Valley. They've kicked 5 goals, 3. Swan Valley have 1 goal. At this point in time, Swan Valley really haven't got an answer. Sawyers Valley are hitting the ball hard and running the ball in the forward line very quickly.
Come on, fellas!
And Swan Valley are not manning up around the centre of the ground. They're winning the knockout, but unfortunately they're not being productive enough in the centre of the ground and getting the ball out. It's going to take a big effort for Swan Valley to get back from here at this point in time. Again they win the knock. It's grabbed by McCall. If he's onto his left boot, kicks the wrong way. Buckle's throwing the ball on the ground looking for a free kick and wasn't even anywhere near the ball. Picked up by Sawyers Valley. He's got men loose everywhere. It's picked up by Damien Shaw. He grabs the ball. Kicks it forward. Pollard goes, grabs the ball, crudely tackled by a Sawyers Valley player, and grabbed around the neck, and he's going to get a free kick. Hasn't had a lot of influence on the play at this point in time, Dave Pollard. But he goes wide, kicks out there. There's a couple of players out there. One of them's a Swan Valley player who's been given a free kick. That's Craig Andrew. He's been pretty resolute in the back line to this point in time. That's a good kick down to centre half forward. A lot of Sawyers Valley players around the ball. Not a lot of players for Swan Valley there, prepared to go in and give their hand. Picked up, the ball's on the bottom of the pack.
Come on,
The umpires decide to throw it up.
Get back in the way.
There's a bounce down again. Again, won by Swan Valley, straight to Sawyers Valley. There's a push in the back that goes unnoticed. There's a crude tackle by Sylvie Wright. Player wasn't anywhere near the ball. Swan Valley had the run of the ball, and he's brought a Sawyers Valley player down and stopped the run. There's a kick forward. Aaron McKay's been held out of the contest, nevertheless gets an hand to it, and the umpire decides that he'll go in and throw it up. There's a bounce time. This time it's won by Sawyers Valley. They go forward. Picked up by Alan Thomas. He kicks the ball and he's put it out on the full. Probably about 50 metres out. This breeze is not a great influence now. Still within kicking distance if he gets onto it. There's a kick that's hit it high on the boot and it's gone up in the air. Goes at Sawyers Valley player, grabs the ball, goes onto the left boot, has a shot over his shoulder and kicks a point. Tried to claim the mark there. I think he was probably about second in line, but nevertheless it was still a good effort. Here's a kick in. Here's a push in the back to Ian Williams. Sawyers Valley have gone forward, grabbed the ball, hand passed over. There's a number of Sawyers Valley players there. Any number of them can have a shot at goal. And I think it's been Brooker that's actually put it through. So they move now to 6 goals, 3, Swan Valley 1 goal.
Stay down there. Jesus Christ. Out there. That'll do, Russell.
There's again the bounce in the centre. Bear wins the tap. Terry McCall fumbles but grabs the ball again, kicks quickly onto his left boot. This is only the second time that Swan Valley have had the ball down their forward line. It's good defence by Sawyers Valley. He's over the ball, caught in possession, but the umpire doesn't see it that way and decides that he'll throw it up. The forwards for Swan Valley haven't had a lot to do. Here's the bounce down. It's picked up by Aaron McKay. Grabs the ball. There's a Sawyers Valley boy who's been interfered with.
Pick him up, Billy,
And Duffy's about to take a free kick in the back pocket. Still a number of Sawyers Valley players who are running loose. There's a short kick. And Brooker, this is Ray Brooker, taking the mark.
Come on, lift your head.
Looking for someone to kick to.
Steady on.
He kicks the ball forward. A number of players go up. Again, it's tapped out by Swan Valley. They jump all over the ball. And the umpire decides he'll throw it up.
In front now. Coming in front of the pack here. Go Swan Valley.
There's another bounce down. This time Sawyers Valley win the knockout. It looked as though there was a bit of interference there. But the umpire doesn't see it that way. Again, he throws the ball down. Bear wins the knock. Grabbed by Sergi. His pike's been grabbed around the neck. That's a disgraceful decision by the umpire. He's decided to bounce the ball. Hesketh's interfering with Ian Williams. He's not anywhere near the ball. Hesketh's interfered in, tried to give him an elbow, and the umpire's seen this ridiculous stuff by this bloke. That's not what footballs are like. Football's supposed to be about. Anyway, Ian Williams got the ball. He's around about 65 metres out, but it's not out of the realms of possibility. This bloke won't put it through, but he kicked it up to the square. The ball been socked out of the square by Sawyers Valley, and the ball goes out of bounds. The ball's been thrown in, but it's been knocked out again, once again, to the boundary line. Sawyers Valley leading 6 goals 3 to Swan Valley 1 goal. Completely dominating play at this moment. There's the ball kicked forward by Sawyers Valley again. Looks like Mason kicks the ball up. A number of Swan Valley players who aren't prepared to go in and get the ball at this point in time, playing behind their men. There's a player by Sawyers Valley who's kicked the ball forward. He's appealed for the free kick. Why, I don't know, but Quick's been caught holding the ball. John Carrots takes the ball at centre half back. There's a nice kick. But again, it's taken by Sawyers Valley. They kick the ball forward again, but then John Carrots moves over to the half-back flank and this time takes another mark. Been under a lot of pressure down there, but he's held up very well. Kicks the ball forward. Slav takes the mark. Kicks very well to centre half forward, but there's a terrific mark by Dave Pollock, trying to lift the Sawyers Valley players. He kicks forward. Beautiful kick. Aaron McKay contests the ball beautifully, had his body in front, but Ian Williams, scouting the pack, goes to the back of the pack, grabs the ball and runs into an open goal. And didn't Swan Valley need that goal?
Let's go, Swan Valley! Go, Stewie! Paul!
There wouldn't be that long to go before quarter time. Nevertheless, Sawyers Valley have played very, very good football. been very keen to hit the ball very hard, and the umpires themselves have umpired extremely well, as letting most of the decisions, close decisions, go, which is very good. There's grabbed out of the middle by Buckle, trying to do too much, didn't like it, got caught holding the ball. There's, the umpire picks out a free kick, but there it is. That's the quarter-time siren, with Sawyers Valley leading 6 goals 3 to Swan Valley 2 goals. Okay, there's a bounce down for the start of the second quarter, with Sawyers Valley leading 6 goals 3 to Swan Valley 2 goals, picked up by Neil Sumich, who kicks to the forward line, and Russell Ellis in front takes a good grab. Should have been a 50-metre penalty there, but this was ignored. And Ellis has got the ball about 70 metres out, and he'll put this into the square. That's a good kick. Up into the front of the square. It's knocked down by a number of Sawyers Valley players. Swan Valley jump on the ball. Desperate stuff. Is picked up by Sawyers Valley, who go in there and get it out of the back line, move it very quickly.
That's it.
Down to Johnny Carrots. Johnny Carrots on his left boot kicks forward. Craig Andrews taking another good mark around the centre of the ground. He grabs the ball and kicks the ball long. The umpire ignores the holding on. There's a Sawyers Valley player who's grabbed, gets a hand pass and he's grabbed, and the umpire decides to throw it up. The breeze is still around about a 1 to 2 goal breeze, but it is fluctuating a little bit. There's a good bounce by the umpire. Lloyd McKay grabs the ball 2 or 3 times. He's grabbed it, passed it over to Stewie Barrow. Stewie Barrow on the right boot kicks it to Serge Valenti. Now Serge Valenti can kick this. He's around about 50 metres out, but he is a very good kicker of football. There's Valenti. That's a lovely kick off the boot. It's going to be close. The umpires give it the all clear, and Swan Valley have got their third. Still a lot of work to do. They did hit the ball a little bit harder in the first couple of minutes, or they have been hitting the ball a little bit harder in the first couple of minutes of this game. This quarter. So it has been a little bit more productive. Noel Edgar's about to bounce the ball again in the centre of the ground. About 2 minutes into the second quarter. There's the bounce. A win by Sawyers Valley, but it's taken by Neil Sumich, who runs through the centre of the ground, kicks long to full forward, where it's picked up by Russell Ellis, and he's run into an open goal and slammed it through, and that's a very quick goal by Swan Valley, and don't they need it.
Let's go, Aaron Johnson!
Well read by Neil Sumich, coming in on the defensive side. Sawyers Valley won the knock, but it hit straight down to him, and he kicked a long ball to the forward line, and it was taken off the pack, and Russell Ellis did the rest. Very good football. There's a bounce down by Edgar again. There's Barron wins the knock. And Dave Pollock's been manhandled after being given the free kick. Foolish play by Sawyers Valley. There's no need for that. It was a legitimate free kick and an obvious one. He's taken him to within 20 metres of goal. And Dave Pollock again is a very good kicker of football. He kicks. It's not a good kick. It's off to the left-hand side. Unfortunately, he's put it through for a point. Nevertheless, that would have been a very handy goal if he'd have got it. You don't miss goals from there, but I'm sure that he'll fight back because that's the type of football that he is. So he's about to bring the ball in. There's a very good kick. Des Barham goes up. The ball goes to the back of the pack. There's a number of Sawyers players there. Off the side of the boot, but manages to hit Brooker on the chest. Craig Andrew goes in and tries to get the ball. He's beaten for the ball, and Jeps has taken the mark. And he's a good kicker of the football as well, but he's probably around about 50 metres out.
Breathe it in, mate, breathe it in.
Superb kick. It's punched to the front of the pack, and Sawyers Valley kick it through. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up who the player was, but that's been touched off the boot as well, and they'll push it through for a point. Come on. There's a good kick in by Swan Valley, where it's taken by Serge Valenti. He's starting to put an influence on this game. He kicks forward. Lloyd McKay grabbed around the neck. It's taken by Dave Pollock, and Russell Ellis, who's starting to put his influence on the game as well, has taken a very good mark leading out from the forward pocket.
Good work, boy.
45 metres out, Russell Ellis. Kicks at goal. That's not a bad kick. In fact, I think he's just managed to push it to the left-hand side and through for a point. There's a kick in by Sawyers Valley. Lovely kick. Lloyd McKay goes over and spoils the ball. Doesn't go out of bounds. It's still in play. He's fighting for it over the far side. The umpire decides he's going to throw it up.
That's good. Aaron, good stuff.
Let's have another drink. The umpire threw it in or bounced it. I don't know what he did. Anyway, we're going to get the ball thrown in again. Lloyd McKay punches the ball clearly to the forward line, where it's picked up by Sawyers, and he's run back towards his own goal. But it's
stay with him, Craig. Stay with him.
He had to do that. He's kicked it to a teammate, and there's Michael Duff, who's made no attempt whatsoever to get rid of the ball. And he's been grabbed by Russell Ellis. It's a superb tackle. And again, Ellis has got the ball, but this time probably around about 50 metres out, which could be a little bit above him to get there, but he'll definitely put it into the square. That's another good kick by Ellis. In fact, on the line, Swan. He's dropped it right through the middle. And that's Swan Valley's 5th goal. They move on to 5 goals 2 to Sawyers Valley 6 goals 3. Time for another drink.
My brother only bought one today. They should have bought 2 of those.
And this is starting to turn into a very exciting game. Here's a tap out of the middle, a socket on by Sawyers Valley. John Carrick has picked up the ball beautifully one-handed, kicks it across his body, but unfortunately it's landed in the arms of Sawyers Valley. They again grab the ball and kick it back towards the centre-half forward position, where it's picked up by Maudsley. Maudsley quickly onto the boot, average sort of a kick. Terry McCall has grabbed the ball, kicked on the left boot, and he's kicked it straight to a Sawyers Valley player as well. This player has fumbled the ball, and he's tackled well by Swan Valley. The ball seems to be bottled up. Picked up by Dave Pollock, a quick hand pass over. It's kicked forward again by Swan Valley. Swan Valley grabbed without the ball, but the umpire doesn't give out a full. About 60 metres out. He'll put this in the square as well. And it's a real kick. Oh, right. Front of the pack, very quickly scraped it. Around his body. Right, the ball's the full forward line for Swan Valley, but Sawyers Valley being given a free kick for a push in the back in the back line. There's a good mark to Buckle, I think, to ball forward. Terry McAuliffe goes for the punch, but unfortunately not strong enough, and Jeps takes another good mark, approximately 15 metres out. Very good kick at the football. He shouldn't have any problem putting this through. And Sawyers Valley need this to steady, as they are at this point in time leading by only a point, but that's the first. He has put it through, and that's the first goal they've scored. There's Noel Edgar, bounces the ball in the centre of the ground. Again, Des Barron grabs the ball, knocks it out. It's pushed forward. Lloyd McKay attacking the ball extremely hard. Centre half forward, giving them something to kick to, and the ball's now been called for by the umpire, and he's going to bounce it up. The umpire's blown time on here. Looks like Stewie Barrow's got a blood nose, and he sent him away. He might have to come off in the sin bin to stop the bleeding. No, it doesn't look as though he has to. The umpire goes in, bounces the ball. Sawyers win the tab. It's picked up by Mason, who's on the left boot. Kicks it down to centre half forward, where Sawyers Valley running forward. Kick the ball. Terry McAuliffe gets caught underneath the ball. There's nobody out here. The ball's kicked across the face of the goal, and out of bounds, and Alan Thomas follows it over. Joey Wright again down on the deck. It definitely isn't his day. The umpire, the boundary umpires. Are you filming this?
Oh, got it, mate. Talk about him.
Joey Wright once again on the deck. Position he's been used to for most of his football career. Nevertheless, he's picked the right moment. It's the grand final. He's got himself up onto his feet. He doesn't know where he is. He's staggering around the place. He's in, he's out, he's off. It's a dedicated footballer, this bloke. Here he comes. Dazed and amazed. I think that could be the last we'll see of Joe for 1993, but he'll be back. He'll be back. Into the forward pocket position. Aaron McKay gets a fist on the ball, and it's gone out of bounds. There's a throw in. Picked up by Sawyers Valley. He tried to get away. There's a hand pass. And in fact, it looked like a hand pass from here, but the umpire decides that he better give out a free kick, and he's picked one out to Swan Valley. Johnny Carrott's playing a terrific game in the back line. Gets the free kick, and he kicks the ball long and high, where Dave Pollock comes over the pack and punches the ball out on the half-back flank for Swan Valley. Still a terrific game of football.
Score check? What's the score?
The score at the present moment is Sawyers Valley 7 goals 3, leading Swan Valley 6 goals 2. It's been a terrific fight back too by Swan Valley this quarter. The breeze itself, I think, is swung across the ground a bit more. There's the ball. Centre half forward for Sawyers Valley. Neil Sumich has been over the ball. The umpire lets the play go on. Lloyd McKay again in the play. Gets the ball, kicks the ball forward. Mango overruns the ball. But Sylvie Wright goes up and he drops the mark. And Aaron McKay grabs it at centre half back. At the centre of the ground, kicks long to centre half forward. Where the play is bottled up and the umpire, Wayne Ogg, calls for the bounce down. That was good play by Aaron McKay. He's playing a terrific game as well. There's the bounce down by Oggy, my favourite umpire. He sent me off about 473 times. The ball's picked up by Sawyers Valley, hand passed around the boundary line. Eddie Butter hand passes out, a very quick hand pass picked up by Stewie. But Sawyers Valley in defence come out of it and kick the ball, and where it's taken by Mason. Mason onto the left boot. He hasn't played a bad sort of a game either, just quietly. Kicks the ball long. It's knocked forward by Sawyers Valley. There's a hand pass over the top. Another hand pass by Sawyers Valley. This bloke runs forward. He drops the ball. Swan Valley relentless in the back line. Dave Pollock grabs the ball and kicks forward, and Lloyd McKay, one of the unfortunate mistakes that he's made. Picked up by Buckle in the centre of the ground and kicks wide to Ian Claxton, who's on his own in the forward line. Grabs the ball, kicks long to full forward, but Terry McAuliffe takes a good mark. Now, Johnny Carrott should give him something to kick to here, but he's been picked up very quickly. Terry McAuliffe, a shocking kick to centre half forward. Nearly a mark to Sawyers Valley. There's a number of Sawyers Valley players around the ball. Socket forward by Sawyers Valley. Again, socket forward. Terry McAuliffe falls over. Johnny Carrott falls over. Jep grabs the ball, kicks around his body, looking for another Sawyers player. I think it was Darryl Crotty, but he unfortunately couldn't take the mark. And Terry McAuliffe comes in and takes a good mark, good relieving mark. It's kicked out there, and Serge Valenti, who's playing a good game of football as well, has taken another good and has played an outstanding. He hasn't been given enough credit for what he's done, and he's showing his how skillful he is around the goal when the ball's up there by kicking another goal. And I think that's Swan Valley's fifth for the quarter. Players in the back line for Swan Valley are playing very good football, and they seem to have steadied now with Aaron McKay's playing centre half back. Johnny Carrots has been dominant in the back line, and of course they're getting a lot of support from Alan Thomas, who's cutting his player right out of the game. Okay, there's a bounce down. It's picked up and kicked forward. I've just mentioned Aaron McKay, and he's left his man on his own. Give a man a rap and he lets you down. Picked up by Sylvie Wright. He hand passes over. Grabbed by Sawyers Valley. He doesn't want to even give the ball out. He's decided that he didn't want to hand pass out. That's Damien Shaw and Craig Andrew again playing a top game in the back line. A number of Sawyers Valley players spoil themselves, but they kick forward. That was a weak effort by the Sawyers Valley player there. I think heart muscle went on him a little bit. Craig Andrew going in there trying to hit the ball. Hitting the ball hard all day. Still scrambly play. Here this bloke again. He looks good on his own. He doesn't appear to be the sort of footballer who wants to get the hard ball there. Picked up by Neil Sumich, who delivers the ball well, and Dave Pollock takes another good mark. He hand passes over, and the run through by Neil Sumich. He kicks the ball long. Actually, his kicking boot hasn't been on all day. Sorry, all season. It's kicked forward and grabbed by Sawyers Valley, who very quickly bring it out, and unfortunately probably should have taken the ball back and taken the free kick because the umpire was a bit slow on the whistle, but he kicked it and it's gone out of bounds about 40 metres from the Swan Valley goal. There's the throw in by Vince. It's knocked forward by Sawyers Valley, and there's a very pathetic decision by Noel Edgar for a trip. Don't really consider that was a penalty, but nevertheless they have umpired rather well. He kicks a very good ball to Brooker. Brooker drops an easy mark, runs back, and in fact he's dropped the ball, but the umpire again doesn't like giving decisions. And Alan Thomas has caught hand passes out. There's a soccer by a Swan Valley player. Serge Valenti's dominating out there. Ian Williams hand passes over the top. Sylvie Wright hand passes over. Lloyd McKay grabs it, hand passes out. Unfortunately, again, he hand passes to a Swan Valley player, to Sawyers Valley player. He kicks forward, and there's that number 6 again. He takes the mark. There he kicks straight to Johnny Carrots, who's played terrific footy. He's onto the left boot and kicks it out, and Stewie Barrow's got to work hard to get this. He's the only one going for the ball, and Wayne Ogg decides that he's going to throw the ball up. There's a bounce down. Wayne Ogg, another good bounce. Tapped down by Des Barham. Kicks a beautiful pass. It's not wrapped up there by Swan Valley, but Lloyd McKay runs into an open goal and bangs it through for another goal at Swan Valley. And they are starting to play very, very good football. They've moved on to 8 goals 2, and in fact there's the siren to mark half time, and that was a terrific quarter by Swan Valley. They've moved on to 8 goals 2, leading up the second half. In fact there's been an adjustment to the score. Sawyers Valley are 7 goals 4, trailing Swan Valley 8 goals 2. That was a outstanding second quarter by Swan Valley. They had their backs to the wall, but nevertheless they show what a good side they are to come back, because Sawyers Valley are no slouches, there's no doubt about that. Here we go for the start of the second half. Wayne Ogg bounces the ball in the centre of the ground. Again, Bear wins the knock. Taken by Pollock. Eddie Bunda drops the mark. Picked up by Sawyers Valley. Kicked out by Brian Ball. Kicks the ball along the flank. It's overrun by a couple of footballers from both teams. Des Barham. There's a good kick to centre half forward to Sawyers Valley player. He's onto his left boot, Russ Gordon. Kicks the ball up to the forward pocket where Sylvie Wright runs the ball over the line. Good defensive work there by Sylvie. There's a throw in. Jep goes up for the ball. Picked up by Swan Valley player. They knock it forward. Sylvie Wright grabs the ball, kicks. Lloyd McKay's the only one there for Swan Valley. There's a number of Sawyers players there. There's a push in the back to Swan Valley. It's picked up by Lloyd McKay. He grabs the ball. Unfortunately, it's a wobbly kick, but Brad Griffiths, in the middle of the pack, takes a very good mark. Phil Claxton didn't appear to want the ball very much there. Stepped away from Brad Griffiths and allowed him to take an easy mark. Unusual for Clacker. He usually is a very big contributor. But here's Griffo's 35 metres out, about his pet distance, anything more, and he can't reach it. But should just about be able to put this through for a score anyway. There's a kick by Griffo, and Bradley Griffiths has split the middle. I think that's his third goal for the day, and his contribution has been very, very good. There's the bounce in the middle of the ground again. Knocked by Bear. Immediately grabbed by Dave Pollock, who unfortunately had it. The hand pass wasn't knocked up. It's picked up by a Sawyers player. Kicks it forward, but Ian Williams has been given a free kick. Willie's leading by example as per usual. He's got the ball there in between centre half back and the centre of the ground, kicks forward. It's taken by Dave Pollock, who's starting to stamp his influence on this game. There's Russell Ellis, unfortunately caught behind his player, and Sawyers take a good mark in defence. Kicks the ball to the centre of the ground. There's another good mark to Sawyers Valley. Aaron not quite getting his fist to it. Alan Thomas goes forward, knocks the ball over. Sergi Valenti grabs it and kicks it forward, but again Sawyers Valley resolute in defence, take the mark. Kicks the ball to the centre of the ground. That's not a very good kick at all. Ian Williams, one of the best marks in the competition, takes a mark in the centre of the ground, and he'll put the ball down towards Brad Griffiths. The ball's been punched forward by Sawyers, by number 6 again, and Alan Thomas takes a very good relieving mark. Lloyd McKay's calling for the ball, and that's exactly where they go. But again, Sawyer's in position, and Greg Brooker takes the mark. He kicks short, and his brother Ray Brooker, who was involved in that cowardly act 2 weeks ago, kicks the ball forward. Not a bad kick. Unfortunately for Sawyers, they do have the ball in the forward line, but it's a terrific tackle by Swan Valley, and the ball's knocked free. The umpire calls for a throw up. He knocks into the ground. The umpire bounces it. It's picked up by a Sawyers player who grabs it, kicks it, and Craig Andrew, who's played a great game in defence, takes another good mark. He kicks a long ball to centre half forward. Lloyd McKay takes an outstanding mark at centre half forward. Once this bloke is firing, then it's going to be very difficult for Sawyers to stop him. But it wasn't a very good kick by Lloyd. But Sawyers come out of defence, kick the ball long down to centre half forward. But Neil Sumich takes a terrific mark. The umpire calls play on. Ian Williams grabs it. An unusual kick by Ian Williams. And kicks it to Sawyers. The Sawyers players are under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. They knock it forward, still in the centre of the ground, ducking and diving, and a lot of pressure out there at the moment. Picked up by Mark South, who kicks the ball. Craig Andrew waiting at the bottom of the pack after Dave Pollock did all the hard work, and a great kick by Craig, knocks the ball down. The ball again, Sawyers are under extreme pressure in the back line, but they are holding up. There's a push in the back to Aaron McKay, goes unnoticed by the umpire. Terry McAuliffe plays on, sockers the ball forward. Brad Griffiths grabs it, kicks around his body. Kicks around his body, and a great mark, and a stupid free kick. Neil Sumich has taken the mark, and a stupid free kick by number 15, Mark South. What the hell he was trying to do there, I have no idea, but he's given away 50 metres, and Wayne Ogg's taken him down to the middle of the square, and as bad as what Sumo's been kicking this year, he should be able to put this through. Sawyers are under a lot of pressure. They definitely need to lift. Their back line has done terrifically well so far, but there's been a few people who've dropped out of the game a lot. They don't seem to be hitting the ball as hard as they were in the first part of the game. Anyway, Neil Sumich has gone onto the right boot, and he's put it straight through the middle. Swan Valley now move up to 10 goals 2. Sawyers Valley are 7 goals 4. Time for another drink. It's going to be the players kicking the ball long. That whoever can do that will be the team that really win. And because the breeze has dropped away, there's no advantage to any team. There's another good bounce by the umpire. It's won again by Des Barham. Knocks it forward, picked up by Mango. He hand passes out. Neil Silmich goes in very, very hard for the ball. Knocks the ball on. The umpire's picked out a free kick to Sawyers, and probably was there too. Don't worry about that. Russell Ellis on the mark. The Sawyers player kicks the ball wide, and Mango attacked him very hard and went for the ball, but the umpire's seen that the Hesketh has actually marked it. I think very lucky to get a free kick there. He kicks the ball, wobbly kick down to the half-back line. There's a player from Sawyers who's moved very quickly. He's kicked the ball very well. Ian Williams is right on him at the time. Again he kicks the ball to another Sawyers player who's on his own. Lloyd McKay. It's kicked out by Swan Valley. And Lloyd McKay, probably best on ground at this point in time, has taken another great mark. Eyes for the ball only. And Neil Silmich kicks over to Neil, and Slav also is starting to come into the game and play a very, very good game. Good vice-captain's game. Lots of leads up forward. Ian Williams is out on his own. He kicks the ball out to Ian Williams, who spears it around the boundary line. And a great mark by Serge Valenti, who's played a great game as well. Serge is on about a 70-degree angle out near the boundary, but he's the type of footballer who can put these through. There's a good kick. That is a great kick. That is through the middle. Terrific kick, and Swan Valley have moved on now to 11 goals 2, leading Sawyers Valley 7 goals 4. Terrific kick by Serge Valenti. He's a type of footballer that hits the ball very, very hard, and he's been an acquisition to Swan Valley, and that was a great kick. Brings back memories of the 1987, in fact the 1988 grand final here against Wundowie, the third quarter blitz. Swan Valley get the ball out of the centre, and Ian Williams drives it forward. There's a push in the back to Brad Griffiths. And Wayne Oggs picked it up, and Bradley Griffiths is going to take a shot at goal. He's only 35 metres out again, his pad distance. No, in fact, it's not Bradley Griffiths, it's Russell Ellis, who's going to have a shot at goal to lengthen this lead that Swan Valley have managed to get. Here's a kick by Russell Harris. I think it's straight through the middle. It is. And that's the 4th goal that Swan Valley have put on this quarter. They move on now to 12 goals 2, leading Sawyers Valley 7 goals 4. If you cast your memory back, Sawyers Valley kicked 6 goals to 2 in the first quarter and were absolutely dominating play. But since then, Swan Valley have scored 10 goals to 1. And at this point in time, Sawyers look very, very hard pressed to be able to overcome Swan Valley. They're getting the ball out of the centre. Dave Pollock, Ian Williams, Des Barham. Hitting the ball very hard. There's the ball. Knocked forward by Mason, who has been a reasonable contributor. Tries to play on, but he's got to come back over the mark. A few of the Sawyers players have fallen back a little bit. There's the ball that's been kicked forward. Steve Buckle trying to get a free kick. Alan Thomas grabs the ball, kicks it wide, and there's the reliable Craig Andrew once again, who knocked the ball out. Probably 15 minutes into this third quarter. There's the umpire, throws the ball in. Trevor Durnan went forward but left the ball behind. There's a kick, and it's kicked forward by Sawyers Valley, and Mick Jeps has taken a mark, and they really do need a goal at this point in time. Haven't scored since the half time, and this bloke is a very good kick of the football. In fact, I don't have any doubt that he'll put this through. There it is, splits the middle, and that's Sawyers' first goal after half-time. Takes them on to 8-4, trailing Swan Valley 12-2. And that could be something that'll lift them. And again, it's won by Bear. A hand pass over. Dave Pollock is grabbed without the ball.
Get ready now.
Good hand pass by Ian Williams. Over to Dave Pollock, and he, unfortunately, he's played on, but he's got to come back over the mark. Yeah, Dave Pollock hand passed the ball in front of him. He was tackled, and of course, given a free kick. Bringing the ball back to Polo now. Umpire's called time on.
Go long, Polo, go long, mate.
And a couple of leads up forward. In fact, there's many leads. A lot of players go up in the pack. There's a free kick given to a Sawyers player in the back line.
Man up, man up, man up.
Mason tries to play on. An awful kick. Absolutely awful kick, and he's kicked it straight to Serge Valenti. Now, I dare say that Serge will kick this ball long into the forward line. There's a lot of leads. No, but he kicks it to the centre of the ground. Ian Williams on his own. I don't know who's playing on him. And he kicks long. Up they go. Brad Griffiths grabs the ball around his body, giving it as a touched ball. And he's kicked I think it went through the goal, but the umpire's given it as a touched ball. And Swan Valley move on to 12-3, leading Sawyers Valley 8-4. There's a good kick out from defence. And 50-metre penalty against Mango. Stupid play. No need for that sort of stuff. Give away a 50-metre free kick and cost the team a goal. There's an average sort of a kick forward, but two players, Trevor Durnan and a Sawyers Valley player, grabbing for the ball, but the umpire decides that he'll throw it up. Ed gets bounce the ball on the turf again. This time Sawyers Valley win the knock, but Trevor Durnan grabs the ball round his boot. Dave Pollock was outnumbered, but got support from Johnny Carrots, who around his body kicks well. Mango goes in, hits the ball very hard, but unfortunately now Neil Simic grabs the ball onto the right boot, and it's gone the left-hand side of the goalpost. I can't say that's unusual for Slough, because he's missed a lot of shots this year and been on a hell of a lot of pressure at times, but he will confess himself that he has missed the easy goals that he doesn't normally. Anyway, Swan Valley have moved on to 12-4, leading Sawyers Valley 8-4. This is about this bloke's second kick for the day. He's done nothing, Maiden. But he kicks forward. It's grabbed by Hugh Knight from Sawyers, who kicks around his body, and that's a terrific kick. In fact, he's put it through. And they move up to 9-4, Swan Valley 12-4. So they've moved within 3 goals. They kicked the last couple of goals, and they've been vital goals. And we're back in the centre of the ground again. There's the bounce down. Barham wins the knock again. It's grabbed by Sawyers Valley, trying to knock it out. Here's Maiden again. Probably had his third touch for the day. They kick it forward, but there's the ever reliable John Carrots, centre half back, who takes a resolute mark in defence. And he kicks the ball forward, and there's Ian Williams. Ian Williams delivers up to Craig Andrew. Craig Andrew on his own. Grabs the ball and kicks it long to full forward. Russell Ellis from the back of the pack. But there's Lloyd McKay. Hand passes over. Eddie Bunda Should be looking for Brad Griffiths, but he's had a shot instead and he's kicked a point. He's kicked a point and Swan Valley have moved now on to 12 goals 5, leading Sawyers Valley 7 goals 4. There's a kicking by Phil Clacker, but he kicks it straight to Lloyd McKay, and Lloyd McKay usually does something with the football, but unfortunately this time he hasn't. He's kicked it to Lexi Wright, and Lexi Wright's taken the mark around about centre half back for Sawyers Valley. He kicks the ball back. Don't know what they were trying to achieve there, but he hasn't really gained anything from that, and Sawyers have taken it, but Lloyd McKay has taken a terrific mark. He's gone from one player to the next, whoever's had the ball, and now he's got the ball back again. And there's a kick. Very good mark by Brooker, I think it is. He kicks it to centre half forward, and Jeps takes another mark. He wants the player to go back on the mark, but I don't think the player's gone over the mark. But he definitely is a very good kick at the football, and he can quite easily kick this. There's a long kick. And the ball's knocked away by John Carrots. And in fact, I think the ball's gone out of bounds. It could be either on the full or it's a throw in, he's gone out of bounds. Yeah, it's a throw in the forward pocket for Sawyers. There's the ball. There's a lot of players around the pack. I think it's picked up by grabbed by Sawyers, by Steve Quick, who's kicked it long. The ball bouncing around all over the place, but good defence by Swan Valley. There's John Carrots again. Hand passes around, Soccer's on the ground and kicks it forward again, and it's on the half forward flank for Sawyers Valley. Sawyers have been doing a lot of attacking in the last 5 minutes, so Swan Valley need to be a little bit tighter in defence. There's picked up by Stewie Barrow, who's hand pass, but kicked it, then socket and kicked it out of bounds on the full. There's a kick to centre forward. There's an attempted mark by Jeps, who didn't hold it, but definitely claimed it. Craig Andrew again in there, working very, very hard along with Lloyd McKay, and the umpire's gone in and called for a throw up. There's another bounce down, again won by Des Barham. Ball very tight over there in the clinches, grabbed by Sawyers Valley, who kick forward, and Neil Somich takes a good mark. There's a very good kick to centre half forward. There's a terrific mark, but unfortunately the umpires picked out a free kick, and there's a punch forward by Terry McAuliffe, tap on by Des Barham. Very good tackle there by a Sawyers player on Neil Somich, but he still managed to get the free kick out. Serge Valenti in there working hard, tapping the ball out. The umpire letting things go, and there's this number 6 where he's always been on his own because he doesn't like to get near the hard ball. Swan Valley are very, very good in defence too. Terry McAuliffe grabs the ball, kicks out wide, and Dave Pollock's out there and runs the ball over the boundary line. Took a sensational mark there 2 minutes ago, but the umpire disallowed it. There's another throw in. Knocked forward by Swan Valley, but it's straight to Sawyers Valley. Kicks around his body and kicks very, very well to the centre of the ground. Looks like Ray Brooker, very slow, kicks the ball. John Carrots drops the mark. And there's a kicking in danger, And Serge Valenti's been given the free kick.
Well, pass settle, boy.
There's a good kick by Serge, by Sylvie. Sorry, it's Sylvie. That was Sylvie Wright then, it wasn't Serge Valenti, Sylvie Wright. And he's kicked a long ball. And Swan Valley blokes are playing it behind one another, behind their forwards, and that's costing them. Behind their backman. There's number 4 for Glenn Crotty, who hasn't had a lot to do all day, but he kicks the ball and kicks the ball forward, and it's taken by Russ Gordon. Gordon on the right boot kicks a good ball. There's a push in the back. But the umpire doesn't even allow it. In fact, he's paid the mark to Wayne Worth, the back of the pack. Wayne Worth's kicked forward, but Trevor Dernan has taken a good mark. But again, Glenn Crotty takes another good mark. Plays on, kicks the ball to centre half forward. But Craig Andrew there working extremely hard. Grabbed by Mason around his body. Aaron McKay. Picked up by Jep, who kicks around his body once again towards the goal. And Terry McAuliffe, who's played very well this quarter, takes the mark. And there's the siren to end the third quarter. And I do believe the scores are Swan Valley 12 goals 5, leading Sawyers Valley 9 goals 4.
I'd say.
All right. Righto, here we go for the start of the last quarter of the 1993 season. It's one out of the ruck by Des Barham, down to Ian Williams, who kicks the ball forward. Craig Andrew in front, but he unfortunately he gets the ball out. There's a number of footballers fighting for the ball, and this time Greg Brooker gets caught holding the ball and doesn't like it. Typical. Anyway, good tackle by Stewie Barrow. He's played a solid effort as usual, what you expect from such a champion footballer. There's the ball. There's the kick. Kicks it long, but unfortunately he's a little bit off to the left, and registers another point to Swan Valley. They move on to 12 goals 6, leading Sawyers Valley 9 goals 4. There's a kick in. It's taken by Mark South. He takes the mark, plays on, kicks it down, picked up by Wayne Maiden. And Mick Jeps is in front, but Terry McAuliffe punches the ball away. That was good defensive work. There's the tap in. Desi Barham wins the tap. But the ball goes out of bounds. There's a throw in. Again, Bear wins the tap. The ball's knocked free. Mason grabs hold of it. And caught, taken too high. Mason's got a free kick on the half-forward flank for Sawyers Valley. He'll be looking for someone to kick to. There's a good lead. He ignores that. Looking for Jeps. Jeps has been outnumbered out there. But Swan Valley got a couple of footballers there. Fortunately for Swan Valley, they kick the ball around. Lloyd McKay goes through the pack, but misses a bloke. Grabbed by Eddie Buddha, but Alan Thomas overruns the ball. Picked up by Sawyers, who kicked the ball forward again, and there's Terry McAuliffe in position again. Neil Sumich grabs the ball, goes around his body, grabbed around the neck, and he's got to get a free kick. In fact, the umpire should have been a real free kick, but the umpire doesn't give too many to Sumo, so he's got to take it back and take it from the half-back flank. Yes, hates Slavs. And Italians, that means he hates 9/10 of Swan Valley footy team. We've got a couple of Aussies in there since I retired. There's a good kick by Neil Somich down to the centre of the ground. Pushing the back there to Lloyd McKay, but the ball goes over the back of the pack. Eddie Bunda a little bit reluctant to go and hit the ball hard. Russell Ellis runs around, one footballer delivers the ball beautifully by hand to Ian Williams, who off the side of the boot, but Lloyd McKay's in position and taking a terrific mark. He's dominated that position, he's dominated wherever he's played today, and he should be able to put this ball up into the square. Not a lot of moves up forward, so they are waiting for... there it is. Oh. He actually kicks it short and goes looking for Neil Somich. Neil's dropped the mark. There's a good tackle by a Sawyers player, and John Carrots kicks it wide. There's 3 Sawyers players out there. 3. Kicks it out. This bloke doesn't know what to do with it. Hand pass is over. And there's a high Mason trying to show his strength, which he hasn't got. He's got meat between his ears. There's a good kick though, and kick to Jep, and Jep is around about 50 metres out, and this is very much within his kicking distance. This is. There's a very good kick. That's straight through the middle. And that takes them up to 10 goals 4, trailing Swan Valley 12 goals 6. Swan Valley need a goal. They haven't scored probably now for over 20 minutes. A goal, that is, and they do need to get another goal. They seem to think that they've won the game, and in fact they've still got a lot of work to do. No breeze, magnificent crowd. There's another bounce down. Swan Valley get the ball out of the centre by Dave Pollock, who kicks long. Number of players out of position, and there the ball runs out of bounds and it's going to be thrown in the forward pocket for Swan Valley. Dave Pollock's given them a lot of drive out of the centre today. Won the ball out repeatedly through terrific knocks by Des Barham. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to capitalise on the great work. There's a throw in by the umpire. Sawyers Valley took full control of it. Ian Williams has grabbed the ball round his body. There's Serge Valenti in the square, but a couple of Sawyers players come over the top there and spoiled him, and it's rush through for a point. Moves Swan Valley on to 12 goals 7, leading Sawyers Valley 10 goals 4. There's a kick in, nice kick too. There's a push in the back, but the umpire pays the mark. Hand passes in. He's in a little bit of trouble. Hand passes back. Eddie Bunda could have got his 3rd touch for the day, but well, we got to count it as a touch. He did touch it, so he did get his 3rd touch for the day, and it's gone out of bounds. But he did work hard there. Lloyd McKay over the back of the pack, knocks the ball down. Stewie Barrow working very hard. Eddie Bunda grabs the ball onto the left boot. Usually very good kick. The mark's been taken. The ball's been knocked down. There's a decision by Noel Edgar, who believes there was a relayed free kick. He's given a couple of tough decisions in this last quarter, which have gone against the state of the play. Hope he gets his mind back on the job. Anyway, there's the ball. Bounce. Des Barham knocks it forward. There's this number 6 on his own. Runs out of bounds. Runs out of bounds. Tries to say that he didn't, but he's been where he has been all day on his own. There was a free kick, should have been given to Trevor Dernan. Anyway, picked up by Sawyers Valley, who kicked forward. Now it's grabbed by Buckle. Buckle around onto his right boot. Goes around his body, kicks towards goal, and only unfortunately for him picks up a point. Jep should have actually taken the gone back and taken a kick, because he kicked the goal from a lot further out than that just a minute ago. Terry McAuliffe kicks the ball in. It's a great kick. Goes over the back of the pack, but there's numbers there for Sawyers Valley. Swan Valley definitely are not running as hard as they should be. Russell Ellis stood back there and let Sawyers take the mark. Lloyd McKay in position. The Sawyers blokes grabbed the ball, and it was a good tackle by Ian Williams, but the umpire decides that the ball's held to him, so he's going to throw it up. In fact, he's going to bounce it down. Wayne Ogg bounces the ball down. Des Barham tried to get the ball. There's still a number of players there for Sawyers. Kicked around his body by Maiden, and I think he's registered a behind. That moves him up to 10 goals 6, trailing Swan Valley 12 goals 7. The ball's knocked free, picked up by Sylvie Wright. There's a hand pass over, it's taken by Neil Sumich, who kicks to centre half forward. He's been held. The umpire ignores that. Anyway, Swan Valley are still in front. Nobody can pick up the ball. Nobody wants the ball, in fact. Now they do. But there's still it's a bit scrambly. Very scrambly. I can't believe this decision. He's actually ducked his head, and the umpire has paid around the neck. Quickly plays on. He hand passes over the top. Russell Ellis moving quickly. A lot of footballers around the ball. The ball's knocked free. It's taken by Sylvie Wright, who hand passes forward. Ian Williams trying to knock the ball forward. There's a lot of footballers around the ball, and the umpires decide to throw it up. Des Barham to go up for the ruck with Brooker. Neil Sumich dives on top of the ball and holds the ball up. Maiden comes in to try and get it holding the ball, but the umpire ignores that and decides that he'll throw it up again. In fact, he's going to bounce it down. Oggy bounces the ball down. Not a very good bounce at all. In fact, it favours Sawyers Valley. Are onto the who knock it forward. Terry McAuliffe works very hard there. And there's a lot of footballers over the ball. It's grabbed by Sawyers. They knock it forward. Again, another Sawyers bloke grabs the ball, kicks it forward, but it goes out of bounds against the point post.
Get the run going!
There's a throw in. Sawyers Valley doing all the attacking. Not a lot of run here for Swan Valley. In fact, they're all standing back. This bloke can't pick the ball up. If he kicked the ball up, it'll be all right. But he has now, and now he's kicked it to a Sawyers Valley player who's on his own. Doesn't look very good for Swan Valley at the moment. They seem to have stopped. There's no doubt about that. Kicks forward, and Des Barham standing there, not really watching the game, has allowed Mason to come in and take the mark. Mason will probably kick this too. Very good kick. Very good kick. In fact, it's gone over the top of the goal post and 1 point. And I think that makes it 10 goals 7 now to 12 goals 7. And it's very much tightened the game up. It's only 2 goals the difference. And we're probably 10 minutes into this last quarter, so there's still a lot of time to go. Terry McAuliffe kicks a good ball. But Sawyers Valley through Mark South, take a good mark, kicks to centre half forward. There's nobody on this bloke, and that's Glenn Crotty. Glenn Crotty on his own. A lot of players running around loose. Crotty grabs the ball, kicks long, and picks out, I think it's Wayne Worth, and he's going to have a shot from 30 metres. Swan Valley seem to have stopped at this point in time. Worth kicked the ball. It's not a very good kick. To the top of the square. It's tapped forward. Trevor Durnan doesn't know what to do with it. In fact, the umpire has given out a free kick. Given out a free kick for a throw, and he's given it to Maldersley, who's only 15 metres out. He's kicked a point. And that takes them on now to 10 goals 8. Trailing Swan Valley 12 goals 7.
Work hard now!
Here's a kicking by Ian Williams to centre half forward. There's a push in the back to Lloyd Mackay. Dave Pollock ran on with the ball, but unfortunately he's got to bring it back because it's a free kick to Aaron Mackay. In fact, it's Lloydie Mackay. He's got the free kick at in the centre of the ground, and he needs to kick this forward. There's a punch by a number of Sawyers players. There's 2 or 3 out there. Bradley Griffiths on his own. Takes a good mark. Kicks to centre half forward. Neil Sumich up and takes a very good mark. In fact, I think he was actually looking for another player there for Swan Valley, but Neil Sumich moved in and took a very, very good mark. That is a terrific kick. In fact, I think he's put it through. He has. He's kicked a 70-metre goal and dropped it through the middle. Very good goal by Slav. Moves Swan Valley up to 13 goals 7, leading Sawyers Valley 10 goals 8. And Swan Valley did need that goal, very much so. We'll get to the back into the centre again. Probably at the 15-minute mark, so there's only about 10 minutes to go in this game. Swan Valley leading by 17 points. Another good knock by Des Berham. Grabbed by by Sawyers Valley. Grabbed by they kick it out. Knock forward, but Alan Thomas is there. And the umpire's picked out another free kick. This is this Noel Edgar. Undoubtedly he's not happy with the scoreboard. Giving away a few ticky touchwood free kicks. But anyway, he's given him another free kick. Aaron Mackay is up there. Dave Pollock grabs the ball, kicks wide, and there's Serge Valenti. Played a terrific game. He grabs the ball and kicks it up to the wing. There's a number of Swan Valley blokes up. None of them there took the mark, but Mango falls over, but knocks the ball out, which is all right anyway. On the wing, Swan Valley leading 13 goals 7 to Sawyers Valley 10 goals 8. There's a hand pass out by Sawyers Valley, and they run onto the ball. Russell Ellis moved the wrong way, unfortunately. Ian Williams now at centre half back, the socket forward by Sawyers Valley. Ian Williams grabs the ball, hand passes over to Alan Thomas. Alan Thomas on the right boot, a lovely kick. There's Serge Valenti at the back. He's taking a bounce. He's a very good kick at goal. He kicks long, and I think he's got a point. He has. That moves Swan Valley now up to 13 goals 8, leading Sawyers Valley 10 goals 8. There's the kick in down the half-back flank. Serge Valenti up. So was Dave Pollock. Sawyers Valley get the ball and they knock it forward. Aaron McKay there at centre half back, on the half back flank. He goes up, knocks the ball down and puts it out of bounds. Very good defensive work there by Aaron McKay. There's the knock in, and again Edgar picks out another free kick to Sawyers Valley. He hasn't umpired like this all day. It's unfortunate that he's allowed that to happen. There's a very good kick. And again, Edgar picks out another free kick.
Back you go, pick him up, pick him up.
He's played on, but the umpire's called the ball back. Very lucky, because I think that Ian Williams would have got to him and knocked the ball clear. Anyway, there's the kick by Jepp. It's a very good kick, but it's off to the left-hand side and they're through for a point. Nevertheless, it is a point. Moves them up to 10 goals 9, trailing Swan Valley 13 goals 8. We're probably at around about the 17 or 18 minute mark now. Wouldn't be more than about 7 or 8 minutes to go. Ian Williams kicks the ball in and kicks it long. There's another free kick by Edgar given out. I'd hate to count how many he's given out, but he's given another one to Sawyers Valley. There's a free kick to Neil Sumich, but the umpire doesn't pay it. And Damien Shaw's taken the mark about 15 metres out and should have no trouble putting this through. Moves Sawyers Valley up to 11 goals 9. Swan Valley are 13 goals 8. So it's back to 11 points.
Come on now, guys.
This game's still very much alive. 11 points is nothing. I better have a drink now.
Johnny, there's only 4 to go. Come on, push it through. Let's get a goal.
Righto, there's the bounce down in the centre of the ground to resume play again. Knocked down by Des Berham, who knocks it down to Neil Sumich, who quickly kicks the ball forward. Grabbed by Lloyd McKay. He hand passes on. Sawyers Valley blokes dropped over the ball. This idiot with the whistle, Edgar, won't give us Swan Valley footballer a free kick, but he definitely given them the other way.
Come on, pick him up there.
Anyway, there's another bounce down. A bit of shepherding going on there. Ian Williams grabbed the ball on his left foot, and he's usually very, very accurate. Bradley Griffiths in front and has taken a terrific mark. Played an outstanding game of football. Ian Williams, I think, probably would have liked to have gone through, but nevertheless, Bradley Griffiths has taken a great mark, and I think he could put this game out of Sawyers Valley's reach. If he puts this through, it'll take Swan Valley up to 14 goals 8, leading Sawyers 11 goals 9, and in fact, he split the middle. And I think with only about 3 or 4 minutes left in this game, Sawyers Valley need to come back extremely hard from here. Very good work by him. Williams scouted the pack onto the left boot. Bradley Griffiths playing in front, where you should be when you're in the forward line, took a great mark. Right, there's a bounce down in the centre. Won by Bear. The ball's knocked forward, grabbed by Sawyers Valley, who hand pass forward. Short kick by Sawyers player over to Jeps, who's round his body, kicks long. Ian Williams is there. The ball's knocked forward. Kicked around his body. And in fact, he's brought up a point. Again, he was on his own. I really haven't seen this bloke get the hard ball. Ian Williams to kick the ball in. Must be just about exhausted kicking. He's looking around. There's a lot of leads. And in fact, he picks out his old buddy and old mate, Trevor Dern, who's taken the ball at centre half back. Town usually does something with the ball. Kicks a very high ball. In fact, there's a bit of a push in the back there. And the umpire's picked out a free kick, but Dave Pollock has grabbed the ball and played on, and the ball's gone free. It's grabbed by in fact, it's picked up by Michael Saparovic, who's kicked a point. And that was terrific by Michael Saparovic. Russell Ellis, the ball's been kicked in. Russell Ellis come over the back of the pack and spoiled beautifully. And I think the Swan Valley players have lifted now. And I do believe that they think that they will have this in their keeping. Scores at the present moment are Sawyers Valley 11 goals 10, trailing Swan Valley 14 goals 9. Some balls knocked forward and kicked forward by Sawyers Valley, but there Aaron McKay on his own at centre half back. Kick forward again. That's a silly kick at this point in time, but he goes out and gives support to his captain, Ian Williams, and gives a decent hip and shoulder. And Ian Williams is over the ball, trying to pick himself up. There's only probably a minute or so to go. And Swan Valley, I would say, have won their third grand final in 3 years, and above all, they've actually won 6 grand finals in 7 years. There's a bounce down, the ball's been knocked forward. Sylvie Wright runs after the ball, sees it over the line. This players are very, very tired here, and they've played their heart out. All I can say is I think Sawyers Valley probably played their grand final 2 weeks ago when they beat Swan Valley by 7 points, and their episode coming off the ground left the memory in the Swan Valley Football Club's minds for a long, long time. The ball's been kicked out on the full, and Sawyers Valley have been given a free kick. They've got the ball down the forward line. Number 11, Michael Duffy, grabs the ball, but he's well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I got stuck there, but that's the end of it. Swan Valley have won their third grand final in a row, and the final scores being Swan Valley 14 goals 9 beat Sawyers Valley 11 goals 10. And my congratulations go to Ian Williams and all the footballers at Swan Valley Football Club for an outstanding season. I've got to go.
Bodies are erupting in Magic with us! Magic with us!